You're welcome to Find You Fridays. Excuse me for a moment while I'm trying to figure out what the heck's happening over on Facebook end. Oh dear, this thing. Seriously, it does crazy things. I don't know. I really don't know. So okay, cool. Oh my gosh. I don't even know where to look. Oh, that's so funny. Facebook is doing some very strange things, so I hope you guys can find me over there because this is a bit cadoodly noodly. Apparently we're live. That's good. Okay. And according to that, we're live. So that's good. But I don't know how to get to the comments section. Oh, did I figure it out? Yay! I figured it out. Yes, you are a bit laggy, so to speak. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on. It is a bit laggy, isn't it? Okay. No, apparently it's just as bad over on YouTube as well. You know what, guys? I think what I'm going to do is bear with me. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to shut down this live stream. I'm going to redo a brand new one. And, or maybe I might just disappear out of this one. I'll shut down my computer, restart it, and we'll come back in again. Oh, no, apparently YouTube is all good. Maybe the threat of leaving was enough. Oh, okay. Just having a look on Facebook. It seems to be okay over there too. Oh, no, it's gone a bit wonky again. I wonder what is happening. Yeah, no, it is not happy over there. Hi, Tamara. Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to do. All right. Bear with me. I'll be back. All right. How's that, my friends? Hopefully that's a little bit better. I can hear you, but you disappeared. You guys are so amazing. Just hanging around, just waiting for me. I appreciate that so much. Hopefully it's feeling a little bit better. Let's just double check over at Silly Land. See what happens. My beautiful computer absolutely today did some really amazing stuff and facilitated an incredible session today. So with any likelihood, that is why things had gone a little bit wobbly. You know how it goes sometimes. So let me see if we're now functioning a little bit better. Oh, goodness gracious me. Okay. Stuff. And there we go. Awesome. Looking good. Okay. Yay, you're back. Awesome. Cool. Righty ho. So now there's one last thing that I require to do, which is to put that in there. Maybe. Oh no, I have to open up the thingy. What's it again? See, I have all these little background things that are all set up, ready to go. And then sometimes it just doesn't work well. And you just have to take a moment, apparently. Because sometimes the technology is like, nah, just no thank you. That doesn't make me happy. So there we go. Righty-ho. That is now all sorted. Thank goodness. Okay. How are you all doing? Hope you had that moment to just chat between yourselves because you're all so lovely and wonderful. Oh, dear. Cool. Hello over in YouTube land. Thank you also for being very, very patient. That is super cool. Alrighty. How's your week been? I think that whole thing there. What the actual flippity fluck? Oh my lord. It just flipped. My screen just changed on the side going, recording in progress. It's like, I know. I let it go. It's okay. Yes, this whole thing right here is pretty indicative of how my week's been. It's been one where I've had to have one hell of a lot of patience for others and also for myself, and also to learn how to just slow down and breathe and enjoy the quiet moments. Because there's been a few of those which, funnily enough, actually made it more tiring because I wasn't able to do something a little bit more, productive or something like that. So that's been my week. And the other thing is my Christmas has finally gone out of my house. Sad face. Yes, I finally took my Christmas tree down. Finally did the whole de-Christmasifying. Except there was what is funny. I went out into my dining room before and I went, oh, there's still a bit up. It's just like a golden bauble wreath. And I've got some like fairy lights around it, sort of woven in through it. And it's, yeah. Melinda said, interesting, very interesting. People's moods have been quite testing. Yes. I am very grateful that I was able to not be around certain people this week. I think I would have probably ripped their head off if I had been. So I was able to stay very calm, and mostly calm anyway. There was levels of frustration, but yeah, so there's definitely some shit going on in the world, some energies from last week for sure. Of course, we had the new moon on Sunday as well, which I didn't refer to, and I probably should have given you guys a heads up about that, so I do apologize. All right, so let us get our weekly reading up and going. And now, I think, oh yes, I didn't tell you guys about that yet. We'll see. So I went on a hunt last weekend for an anatomy coloring book, and the one I was looking for I found, but I didn't like it because it was so for 2/3 of the book, and it's quite a fat book, it's like 200 odd pages, 2/3 of it, every image, every outline was male centric. And it was only in the last third of the book where female anatomy was even referred to. It didn't even have a section in there. And I went back and double checked. When they covered the hips, they didn't even cover, like, as part of bone structure, they didn't even refer to the fact that women have different shape in their hips. And I was just so cross with that. I was like, how dare you, like, not acknowledge the fact that women even freaking exist, except for the last little bit where it was talking about our breasts and our reproductive organs. That was it. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. So then I found another book which was not as pretty on the cover, but you know what? It was either gender neutral or it had both. And I'm like, perfect. And to be honest, the information within this other book is a hell of a lot better. There's new research in it. Some of it was talking about, when you have your spine and there's, like, obviously you've got your different points on your spine. They've actually found that wherever you've got issues with the spine, they've found that it actually relates to certain parts of the body for, like, nerve endings on the skin and how it radiates out. And it's not always where you might think. You would think it would just be, like, radiating out, like, a crosswise from the spine, but it's not. Not in all cases. So that was really fascinating. And the reason why I got it, see, I have tried to do adult coloring books and I find them frustrating and boring. And because I don't feel like I'm doing it for any particular purpose, it hasn't worked for me in the past. Whereas this coloring book, I haven't started it yet. I think I'll take it with me when I go down south over the weekend, heading down to Beachport to see Simon's family down there. And I think I'll take it with me and have some fun coloring in things and learning at the same time. That to me sounds a lot more fun. And if we want me to do things, it's more fun. Yes. All right. Ooh, Merritt, you will require to join the Facebook group, my dear. If you wish to join us for the Sophia Code Journey, you will have to join the Facebook group. Do you have Facebook? That's a really good question because that's where everything is going to be based. So I need to know that first, and then we can have a little chit chat. If you like, you can email me. It's Lorene at craftingpossibilities.com, and we can have a little chat, and I can send you the link. Okay. No, you can join if you've already ordered the book. If you've ordered the book, that's okay. So you'll be okay. Yeah. Okie dokie. So get onto that. Do that sometime over the weekend, so that then I know and I can let you come in and it'll all be lovely. All right. So, of course, while I was at the bookshop, there was a couple of new card decks that asked to come home with me. I'm not going to tell you what they are yet. We'll see if they pop out tonight. Otherwise, it's going to be a nice little in suspenders moment. And you'll have to wait and see. Something that I have been loving very much this week, though, is my hair color. I'm absolutely in love with the silver this week. I'm just like, oh gosh. And I've even been tying my hair up like that, so it really, really shows. Even though it's been warm. Not as warm as I would have thought, although this weekend we're starting to get some warm coming through now. It's 35 degrees here at the moment. So it's been a warm day today, and after I finish the show tonight, I've got to go out and water the garden and all that sort of stuff. So it's going to be a bit of a late one and then an early one. Sleep. Well, who needs sleep? All right. Who wants to come out for the weekly? Thank you very much. All right. The weekly reading from the 24th through the 30th of January. My Lord, not even in February yet. So I've had lots of really interesting things popping up. And here's a line from a movie I watched while taking my Christmas tree down. It's actually a Dolly Parton movie. And they said grief is the result of lots of love with nowhere to go. Something like that. And I thought, absolutely, I completely agree with that. I see a lot of people in grief in lots of different ways. You know, when I'm working with people who have, like when they come to me directly this way through, for energy healing and things like that, that's a very obvious pathway for them to show me the grief. The more interesting part is when I'm doing my cleaning and working with people who have like hoarding, collecting issues. And often they're actually in really super deep grief. And that phrase today just really made me pause and think, how often do we have unprocessed grief that then turns into something that's way more harmful and toxic to our body, to our mind, to our heart, to our, not necessarily our spirit, because our spirit can't really be too terribly harmed, but it does in some ways. It sort of attaches, like when we hold on to that grief for a very long time, it does affect our DNA. It does attach energy markers and to our spirit. And that's the sort of stuff that gets pulled through from lifetime to lifetime. And so when I end up doing things like energy healing and stuff like that, and I've got to look at where does this pain come from? Often, not always, but often, it is actually linked to grief, whether it be that person's grief from this lifetime, another lifetime, dimension, reality or non-reality, or someone else's grief where they have acted out in a harmful and malicious way towards that person in another lifetime, and that person is now carrying that injury, that energy of the injury forward. And it's like if we all came back to the space of acknowledging the good, the bad, the ugly, and the awesome, instead of just trying to be the good and the awesome, it's like we have a whole raft of emotions in our lifetimes. But so often we forget that it's actually healthy to get angry sometimes. It's healthy to be frustrated. It's healthier to let that out and process it out properly. It's okay and it's healthy to feel the big rainbow spectrum of all the emotions. And sometimes sharing them with others can actually be incredibly healing and soothing as well. So just recently I was talking with a friend and we were sort of commiserating on our different frustrations that we're having currently. And even though it was not a conversation that either of us could help the other person, it was enough to know that you're not alone and that somebody else is actually listening. And it like helped me to lighten my heart too, you know. Marat says, you're so young for the grey. I'm not as young as my mum. So my mum actually started going grey when she was 16. At least mine held off till I was about 25. That was when my first one started popping through. But I love it. I absolutely love it. I have way more amazing comments now that I've allowed it to go completely natural than I ever had when I was dyeing it. So Marit says, I've made a stop for the grief to continue. I go out by telling it's not my shame if a person in society make grief trauma to honestly, being the human you are alters. Indeed. It isn't shameful. We are complex little creatures, and even animals grieve, you know, and if an animal can grieve, why can't we? If an animal can grieve openly, and they're like, even dogs, you know, dogs tend to be a little bit more in the moment, but if they can grieve, why don't we allow ourselves to grieve? It baffles me a little bit. Anywho, that was my little well, one of the many this week. So let us have a look and see what this week to come for the 24th through to the 30th of January. We haven't got a full moon or anything like that. That's coming up next weekend. So on the 1st of February. So we don't need to worry about that. We might be just touching in on it on Friday, but you'll be right. All right. All right. So the first card that we've got, interestingly enough, is compassion. And this one says, soften your heart with respect to the situation and all the people involved, including yourself. How often do you beat yourself up? How often are you in frustration and then go and feel bad about being frustrated? It's okay to feel frustrated. It's okay that it doesn't feel nice. What's beyond the frustration? What's underneath that? What are you aware of? Those are better questions to ask rather than, why did they do that to me? The next card, lovely Archangel Michael. How many of you love Archangel Michael? I know many of you do. We have, you are safe. You are safe to express yourself. You're safe to love. You're safe to enjoy being you. You are safe to just be and explore your desires, explore your heart, be the fully well-rounded feeling being that you truly be. I watched an episode of Queer Eye today, and there was a lady who didn't feel safe. And she was so resistant to receiving the help. Yet those guys, they didn't give up. They just kept going, a bit like Archangel Michael does for us. So for those of you out there who are very hyper independent, I think this week is going to be about encouraging you to be gentle with yourself and receive some support, even if it's just from the spirits. And I mean the angels and your team. Courage. We're having a very interesting week, that's for sure. Having some courage. Archangel Ariel, be courageous and stand up for your beliefs is what message they have to give us. So what do you believe in? And when somebody comes along and starts sort of challenging your beliefs, how do you handle that? Do you back down? Do you give up? Do you become resigned and give up? Which is resignation and giving up is one of the signs of actual trauma bonding. So you might want to just have a look at that. Where are you at with that sort of stuff? If somebody sort of niggles at you this week, have the courage to stand up for yourself, but also the compassion to potentially see where are they coming from and why are they, for what reason they may be choosing what they're choosing. And then we also have to remember ours is not to reason why. It's a very good saying. I don't particularly like the rest of it. Healthy lifestyle. We've got to love Archangel Raphael for reminding us to, try not to eat too much junk. This might be a little bit more relevant for my Aussie cohorts, given that we've got Australia Day on Monday. So be aware of what you're consuming. Be aware of food and drink and all that sort of stuff. Perhaps this year is the one year you might not overindulge as much. Just a thought. Keep your water up is a really good idea. Interesting. We started with compassion and we're ending with understanding. So understanding, not always the word I prefer, but because it has the connotations of being underneath the problem. However, in this regard, I would say just have a bit more allowance and compassion and empathy for what others may be going through this week. So interesting reading that is for sure. Hello, Holly. I hope you're doing super duper well. Hope you're keeping good. Yes, Marit, I did happen to, I'm just going to pop this up on the screen. I did happen to catch a little of it, and I'm being semi-mindful about my words, because we've got some really interesting stuff trying to be pushed through Parliament, or it's sort of pushed through Parliament at the moment. And I don't know if it's going to go all the way, because there's a lot of resistance at the minute around some different interesting laws around speech. And of the little bits that I did see, I'm hopeful. In answer to your sort of question here, I'm hopeful that things will be changing. I'm not entirely convinced yet about certain people who got up to speak, because they know how to play a good game. They know how to talk up to the cameras, if you know what I mean. And so, as I've said all along throughout every interaction and relationship I've ever been in, the proof is in the pudding. They can talk the talk all they like, but do they walk the walk? Do they actually follow through? That's what I'm more curious about. So I'm not saying that it's not going to happen. It'd be really nice if a lot of the stuff that certain people were talking about does. However, I'm just observing right now. Does anybody else have any thoughts around what Marit has been talking about here? As we know, I don't tend to go too terribly political in these discussions, in this little show. It is what it is. Tamara, my love, what is your question? Thank you so much for your donation. You're just so wonderfully consistent, and I really freaking appreciate it. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this year continues to progress. I did have a discussion with my soul sister in New Zealand today, because I was renewing my passport. Because that's some interesting and exciting news. I booked my flights finally to Canada. I'll be heading off in August. So you all get a nice rest in August, because I won't do the show while I'm over there. If I have time and I'm in somewhere yummy and stuff like that, I will perhaps do a meditation. I think that would be really neat to have some like maybe at one of the big forests in Canada. I'll be sort of more West Canada way, between sort of Vancouver, Edmonton, throughout there. And I'm really looking forward to spending that couple of weeks that I'll be over there. So I think I'll be missing maybe 3 shows in August. So a little bit of a end of season rest, I think, is probably the best way to put that one. And I'm looking forward to all of that. But of course, it meant I had to renew my passport, because it actually runs out mid-August. So had to get to and do all of that. Spoke to my soul sister to be my referee. Was no good. Her passport is way too expired. So then I spoke to another friend that I've known for 23 years. And she's like, yeah, sure. There you go. No worries. So grateful I still have friends in different places. I'll be very curious to know if the avid collector of cards has this deck. Alrighty, Tamara, let us see. What does your team require? Require you to know. Well, it wasn't surprising that this one chose to come out for you. Because you have that energy of like, ooh, new things, new card decks. Yes, please. I will play. Your team loves them. Absolutely loves them. Oh, something really, really cool that happened. Oh, I love that, Tamara. She gifted a deck of cards to her 10-year-old niece today, passing it on to the next generation. Oh, I love it. I love it. That is so super cool. All right. What we have is... Here we go. The Great Eastern Oracle by Razuli. And it is empowering guidance of the mystics from ancient to modern times. And it was so funny because when I picked it up, I just went, and it felt very much like I was coming home. Like, these are my people. And which we know, the mystics are my people. So I just sort of went, yes, please. So I have had obviously a little play with them in my own space. And let us see. Let us see what they have to say. Oh, good. It's in alphabetical order. That's great. And there's not heaps to read, so that's nice. Okay, so for your week to come, my dear, first of all, we have this card, which is Golden Path to Your Reality. Look for the benefits in the impossible. Don't sacrifice your own welfare for that of another, no matter how great. Realizing your own true welfare, be intent on just that. Gautama Buddha. Expression. Picture yourself walking alone in the barren desert. All you see around you is nothing but mirage. At some point, you are startled and suddenly become aware of a guiding light inviting you to step in. A similar light is hiding inside of you. It is a divine gift that longs to develop your deeper vision for life. That unique gift is called imagination. This light is eager to take you out of confusion and guide you to new opportunities and the discovery of who you were created to be. Reflection. Buddha's message comes across the centuries to help you recreate yourself. Your imagination is a light that reveals so much. Use it to enhance your creative power. You are endowed with a remarkable ability to build your dream life. Use your ideas and thoughts to inspire your mind and overcome the intrusion of limiting fears and concerns. Free yourself from obsessive and dreary thoughts that are not leading you anywhere. When your mind is free, your imagination becomes the treasure map for discovering new ways of living your ideal reality. Perhaps you have not paid much attention to the possibility of living a life enriched with imagination. By cultivating your mind, paying careful attention to it, you'll be able to discern new potentials and opportunities. Listen to the truth that dwells within you. Develop a relationship with your deepest self. From this perspective, you can tap into the energy of creation that flows through you. Be open to exploring how you can express this energy in a way that is natural to you. When you find a way to engage with life creatively, you will discover that your world is rich with possibility. Creative living opens up your environment so that many resources become available to you. When this happens, you will see beauty in your surroundings and yourself. Soon, your world will begin to fill with peace and harmony. Mantra: my imagination guides me to discover new directions and possibilities. I harness my potential for living a more creative life. So you got to let yourself fly free a little bit more, lovely. You got to let your imagination go. Stop trying to control so much. Too much form and structure in your world right now. And that's what's causing the disharmony. Okay. The next one. Okay. Here's the next one. Listen to suitable guidance. Interesting, because I read it as subtle to start off with, but no, suitable. See? Suitable. The wayfarer knows the course. Footprints lead to the shore of the sea. Beyond that point, no trace remains. That's by Rumi. Expression: imagine that you are sailing calmly across the sea. Suddenly, dark clouds spread across the sky, and an unexpected storm plunges the ship into chaos. When the storm settles, you discover that the ship is off course, and you have no idea where you are. This creates a desperate need to find the right course to take. True guidance will help you lift the dark clouds of unknowing and follow the direction to safety. When you are back on course, be careful not to allow the winds of uncertainty to blow you away. Reflection: the course of our lives can be discovered and activated by finding how others have gone before us. Much time can be spent learning the different approaches available so that we can choose the path that is best suited for our nature. Oh. A suitable companion or guide can validate our choices as we move along our path. Most people use their own judgment when they are asked for guidance, so we need to discern which direction is appropriate for the situation we are in. Rumi found his path to greatness through the guidance of a wandering dervish named Shams, who pointed the way towards salvation that he had personally traveled. This oracle guides you to follow the footprints of success to find your course. However, when you know you're on a true path, follow your inner creative guidance and don't listen to anyone's advice. This will save you a lot of time and could protect you from shortcomings. Advice from those who care about you and understand the obstacles you face is valuable, but listening to the spectators' opinions can be harmful at times. Expert guidance can lead you to success because it helps you to gain new insight and further develops your character. Listen to trusted advisors and know that you will benefit from it. Your mantra: I follow the guidance of those who care for me and have knowledge of my deeds and abilities. This one here, it's an interesting one because sometimes what happens, and this is something that happened to me last year, was I had somebody who is a friend who has been a friend for many years now, probably going on 13 or so years. And they have, and it came up really loudly for me last year, they have a opinion or a belief that they can run my life better than I can. And so with that belief comes interesting rounds of judgment, even though they don't understand this woo-woo world at all. They don't get it. They don't understand it. It's like they're kind of curious, but at the same time, if I was to sit there and have a deep conversation about metaphysics or the metaphysical world, they'd be tuning out. Now, if I was to sit in a conversation with you and have a conversation with you about the metaphysical world, about entities and spirits and growth and development, it would be a completely different kettle of fish. And I think that's what they're talking about there. It's not necessarily, I'm not saying that you should be talking to me. I'm just saying be mindful of the people who have, even though you love them dearly, like I love that friend dearly. In that moment last year, I realized I cannot have them giving me advice about anything to do with my life because they don't get it from my point of view. They don't understand or understand this energetic world. They're not that conscious, you know. They're a muggle, they're a normie. And while I love them to bits and they're super beautiful and kind and generous and in so many other ways, when it comes to me in my life, the best people that I can refer to is number one, me. Only if I'm working from a safe, balanced place. Other than that, much like that card says, I ask people who I know I can trust and who are suitable for those kinds of questions. So keep that in mind. To go deeper to that, you've had these similar cards come up a lot lately for this next one. The alchemy of friendship. Radiate love and attract affection. Our promise of love bloomed as the flowering bond of friendship from the dawning of eternity to the dusk of infinite darkness. Hafiz. Expression. Think of someone who always complains about not receiving enough love. This is really interesting. So for all of you who are watching this at the moment, you can follow along with this, okay? So think of someone who always complains about not receiving enough love. And now consider how much love this person radiates. The level of love we receive is a reflection of how much love we feel within ourselves. When love radiates from inside, the external world becomes gentle and friendly with us. When we are detached from the feeling of love, we cannot connect with the world around us. By radiating love from within our heart, we become one with all and the universe becomes part of us. Reflection. The promise of love is embedded inside of you, waiting to bloom into the flowering bond of friendship. Instead of going after love outside of yourself, Hafiz is guiding you to develop the lure to attract love and charm those around you. This way, your life becomes exciting in every moment because you're always finding new ways of making yourself more attractive. When you are under the care and protection of love, your great longing excites the creativity and power within you. Create, love, and let their current move through you and have their way with you. Soon you'll be empowered to radiate joy and shaken loose from thinking and simply talking about love. Love will tune you into creative power and attract loving friends to you, like bees to a blossom. The mantra, I feel the love inside of me, radiating to express who I am on a soul level. This is a yummy, yummy, yummy card. I love it. All right. So, what do I get from this one? And obviously, in linking to the others, you've got use your imagination, be mindful of who you're listening to. And now, where's that love inside of you? Where is that love? And are you radiating it out from yourself first? Or are you sitting there getting grumpy because you don't seem to be receiving much love or support, or however that is showing up for you? Remembering, of course, unconditional love flows from Mother Earth all the time, infinitely. It also flows from Father Sky, infinitely. It's a part of why I do the expanding out tool every podcast, to remind you of the unconditional love and the gratitude that flows through and around us every day. From the micro moments that we wake up to the point where we shut our eyes and go to sleep at the end of the day, including while we sleep. It's still there. Because the earth and the sky have never, ever gone away. So if you're feeling a little bit disconnected from the love, from the unconditional love even more so, it's time. It's time to bring that up inside of yourself again. Radiate it out even more. If you're not feeling it, maybe there's some exploration and some healing to do in there. All right. Last card. Ooh, we got Hafiz again. Portal to wholeness. Welcome the gift of yearning. Everywhere I go, I see the image of your face. The fragrance of your hair surrounds my soul. Veiled in my vision, your grace is softly flowing, arousing the joy of yearning forever. By Hafiz. Expression. Consider that you have a deep desire for communion and have a deep-rooted yearning to attract what you truly desire in life. As the longing to reach for what is attracting you builds, life becomes more exciting. By embracing the pain of longing, you allow love to lead you in your true self. This feeling can help you break away from your limitations and gain the freedom to reach the wholeness of your divine nature. Your reflection. You seem to have everything necessary to make you happy, yet something prevents you from being fully satisfied with your life. Don't feel bad about it. You are experiencing the pain of separation and the desire for union. The heart's longing for something new and is a healing remedy. Your yearning will lead you and you will reach a challenge. You are now ready to follow the thread of your longing and discover yourself. With a bouquet of roses in hand, Hafiz is here to offer you the gift of yearning as the wine that pours joy and excitement into your life. He is inviting you to reach for your fullness through the energy of love. He whispers sweetly into your ears that something is needed to make your heart beat faster and pull you close. To know happiness, be open to exploring the unknown and ready to embrace the surprises that come along the way. The excitement of reaching for something you love can make you whole and heal the illness of your soul. By giving you goals to achieve, your life will soon be enriched. Mantra. I am starting on a new and challenging journey and discover my inner requirements for having a happier life. Okay. Sounds like you've got some journaling to do. What sort of things, what goals, what targets, what would you like to receive or achieve within your life in the next week to 6 months to a year? What would your desires list look like? And your desires list about what things make you smile, what things bring you joy, what things make your heart go boom. And it can include all sorts of things. It's like one of the things that was on one of my original desires lists was to have my car, my personal car, because I didn't have a work car back in those days, professionally cleaned inside, like valet cleaned. And because I popped that on my desires list, what do you know? It happened. And the cool thing is that you don't have to know how it's going to happen. You just have to ask. Okay? So it sounds like it's going to be a slightly uncomfortable week for you. Again, come back to the original weekly reading for everybody of compassion. You are safe. You are safe to explore this feeling of yearning. All right? Have the courage to ask for what you truly desire. And the healthy lifestyle part of it is also about connecting in, which is about the balance. And as you connect in, you're going to be radiating more love from inside of you. Because every time we bring Mother Earth energy up and we pull Father energy down, it's reactivating us and our energies and our love points. Okay? So there we go. First dive into the Great Eastern Oracle. I am curious about the stick that you got a couple from today. There's some really cool ones in here, by the way. Hafiz. All right. So Hafiz was alive from 1320 to 1389, and is one of the most celebrated lyric poets of Persia. Born Shams ad-Din Muhammad in Shiraz, he took Hafiz as his literary name. Not much is known about his life other than he served as a court poet to several rulers of Shiraz. His poems are noted for their unaffected metaphors, musical language, and delicate and profound poetic imagery. Hafiz's most famous work is his Divan, a collection of nearly 500 ghazals, a and that combine exalted spirituality with vivid sensuality. Hafiz was also a great Sufi mystic and scholar of the religious sciences, literature, and philosophy. His poetry is focused on what he calls ghazals worthy of the beloved. And there we go. And you got 2 of his today. Do you have those cards, darling? I'm sure you probably do. You have all of them. And here is your card. Remembering your first card was about imagination. Your last card is dream. So what are your dreams? What are your goals? What are your targets? What are your desires more so than anything else? Because sometimes when you go into goals and targets, we can get a little bit... No, I don't have these ones yet. When we have our goals and targets, we can get a little bit too analytical about those sorts of things. So your challenge this week is to dive into your imagination, your dreams, your heart, your heart's desires. Yummy. I think that's just, oof. I can see you right now doing this big, huge, beautiful mind map, or even a vision board or something like that, filled with all the things that make you really joyously happy. And whenever you start feeling like you're getting a little bit too analytical and a little bit too in your masculine and all that sort of thing, you can look at that and go, and then maybe even choose something from that lifts up your heart and makes you feel good. Just as a thought. Just looking at the bottom card there. It's very cool. I have to read for you these 2 cards. The first one is Balance Your Mind. And it says, blow away the burnt harvest. Love it. And then the next card was Follow Your Dreams. And it says, awakened vision sees clues. So there we go. And if I was to read to you the 3rd card, I will actually do the 3rd card for you, because that was just sort of like, I think this is actually one for you and for me, to be fair. And I get a yes on that one. Bask in silence. How often do we actually allow ourselves to be silent? With no technology, no things playing, no Audible, no Spotify, no TV, no YouTube. How often do we actually allow ourselves to actually sit in the silence and listen to nature? I did before I came into the show tonight. I lay in my healing room and I just looked up at the rainbows, because I've got crystal rainbows scatter all around. Yum. That's a nice challenge for you. If you're struggling, I think that's also that last card was around, if you're struggling to tap into your imagination, then that's a really good way to do it, to start breaking down those resistances. Just being quiet. Allow the energy to flow for you. Thank you so much for your beautiful donation. Thank you, Tamara. I'm so incredibly grateful for you. And Looks like it's going to be an interesting week for you. Oh, I didn't tell you what tea I have today. I say it like that because it's actually a cold brew. Today I haven't got a hot brew with me, and it's the superfruits from Red Seal. Excellent. At the beginning point of creating my own deck of oracle cards. Fabulous. That absolutely requires you to settle in and be quiet and create. Interesting that you bring that up. So my poetry book. There has been a oracle cards that have been asking me to create them, and I'm about maybe a third of the way through doing that. Started it many years ago, and I still have the images because even though AI is really awesome about creating images and all that sort of thing, for my poetry book, it had to be something that I created. And so my crafting room, yes, I have a whole separate room for crafting. It's really cool. My crafting room is slowly working its way to being able to bring that out again. And in fact, this is the second time that I've spoken about it in a week. So clearly the energy is there. My poetry book is calling. So I wish I do comprehend what it takes to create such things. And it's an intense process. So, yeah. If I had the space, I would have a whole room for crafting too. Yes, I feel very, very, very lucky to have the room that I do here. When somebody says to me, like, would you ever get a flatmate or something? I'm like, hell no. Why would I do that? Then I'd have to contract in again. No. I like having my space. I have room for everything and it feels good. And, even if I have somebody come over to stay, I've got a space for them to stay. And, it feels good. It feels nice, So, yay. Super fruits. Nice berry flavors today. All right. Talking about the poetry book. It's not in here. Oh no. Where are you? I know where it is. Apparently, we're not doing poetry book today. Or are we? He's saying I have to wait for the kids to move out. Yes, okay. Just a moment. Fortunately, I have a few copies that live back there. And one of them, while not my other poetry book, is one that I have for me. So cool. Fresh energy on the poetry book. All right. If you have a question that you would like answered via the poetry book, then you can place it in the chat right now. Okay? Okay, I'm going to write my little question down. Cool. All right. If you are not particularly fussed about a specific question and you are happy to have the poem you choose be about the week to come, feel free to just do a little thumbs up or hang on, let's see, what is this week to come going to be about? Compassion. Do a love heart. There you go. If you'd like it to just be about this week to come, then pop a little love heart in the chat so that way I know that you're going to have your number coming through. Beautiful. Melinda, you do all the symbols. I love it, including a love heart. For those of you, there you go. That's what I get to see, and I love it. All right. Cool bananas. All right. Let's do the expanding out tool first, okay? So close your eyes. This is an incredibly relaxing, empowering, loving way to connect yourself in with Mother Earth and Father Sky, and just remember that you are loved and lovable from the inside out. Closing your eyes, take a big deep breath in and breathing out. Breathing in, bringing Mother Earth energy all the way up through your body. Breathing out, bringing Father Sky energy all the way down. Breathing in, bringing Mother Earth energy and the unconditional love all the way up. And Father Sky and the gratitude for everything and everyone all the way down. Now becoming aware of your body. Keep breathing gently and naturally into your lower belly. Becoming aware of your legs and your feet and your arms and your fingertips. Becoming aware of the air around you, creating a big bubble all around yourself, up into the sky and down into the earth. Expanding out your awareness, out beyond the size of the building that you're in, beyond the size of the town, city that you're in, out beyond the size of the country that you're in, beyond the size of the planet. Just pause here while you feel everybody else watching this, following along, joining you. You may even want to have a big breath right now. Nice big breath or a yawn. That's very normal. It's your awareness of the others who are joining along this little exercise with us. Expanding out your awareness now, out beyond the size of the solar system, beyond the size of the galaxies, out beyond the size of the universes. Beautiful. Take a big deep breath in and out. Beautiful. Now focusing on your body once more, grabbing your sense of allowance and expanding that out. Expand out your sense of allowance. beyond your body. Expanding out your sense of allowance in a big, big bubble all around you, up into the sky and down into the earth. Expanding out your allowance out beyond the town or city that you're in, out beyond the country, out beyond the planet. Out beyond the solar system, out beyond the galaxies, and out beyond the universes. And finally, expanding out your allowance beyond your awareness. Take a big, deep breath in and out. Beautiful. And now those of you who are playing along right now, truth, what number between and including 1 and 88 would best suit your week to come? Oh, that was quick, Melinda. Oof. Alrighty, 58 for Miss Melinda. All right, what's our weather gonna be? Let me just check that out. Oh yeah, apparently it's down to like 27 at the moment, so that's nice. I might actually have a nice night's sleep. Yay. 25 overnight. Oh, that's not even here. That's just Adelaide in general. Currently 30 for me. Yours will be a bit cooler. Yeah. I now know why you got that. Okay. Endless is what you got. As the years go by, like the running stream towards the ocean, you look at your reflection and wonder, where did those endless days of youth go? You remember the days when you were dependent upon your parents, then the days when you thought you were invincible, only to realize that you needed them after all. You're growing now, but there's always a part of you which remains your link with the greatest influence in your life. The ones who cried with you, laughed with you, and were proud of you. Were sometimes frustrated with you and wanted to strangle you, but loved you all the same. Now you've got your own link to be the greatest influence in someone else's life. You're always wanting the best for your little darlings and hoping that they will be all right, knowing that the world is a very different place to live in now, but wishing that your not so little ones will make wise and solid choices as they now get to an age where they wonder, where did those endless days go? So this week is going to feel long and endless for you. And also take some moments there to check in with your family, check in, make sure that they're okay. Obviously, definitely your younger ones, your son and grandkids. Just remember that life is precious and it goes by so fast. I think I saw something, it was one of the little blurbs when I was watching Queer Eye today, and they were talking about how the days take forever, but the years zip by or fly by. It's a phrase, I can't remember who said it. And that's so true. So these endless days that we have where, the heat is hot and hard and, we're sweating our little gutses out and, it's not pleasant. It's going to be gone really fast. So take some moments to just check in with your family and stuff this week. Okay. Oh, and I just got a message to check with your sister. Okay. Thank you, Melinda. Okay. All right. Perhaps here's hoping. The sweat of our bodies, the entanglement of our legs, the interlocking of our pleasure. We are as one for only a short, joyous moment, but we separate on a natural high and lay clasped together like a lock and key. And I've got down the bottom there as my little blurb, a beautiful reminiscence of times gone by. So that same level of excitement and desire and deliciousness that happens in those early days of a brand new relationship, that's the energy that you're going to have to be focusing on this week to come. And perhaps with your oracle cards, it's like where that energy is flowing through your body, like tap into that and grab it with both hands and just move forward with it, and allow it to contribute more so than anything else. Allow it to contribute to your days, your weeks, your months, and especially for this particular creation. Okay. What was mine? Page 59. So for my week to come, I've got an interesting week where I'm actually only working at my day job 2 days. So that's nice. And the poem that I got for my week to come is Serenity. Two old souls coming together to form one, living as if it's always been this way. Happiness surrounds us like a light emitted from our being. A calm has spread over me, just like the ocean after a storm. This peace I embrace unquestioningly, along with this feeling of wholeness. So it looks like I'm up for a nice week. A nice week to come. Oh, Merit, you finally joined us. Yay, well done. Oh, dear. Okay, 16 for Merit. And you're welcome. You're welcome, Tamara. You're welcome, Melinda. 16, which is page 20. All right. Merit. So if you, for whatever I think most of you guys chose just to do what is relevant for the week to come. So for the relevant for the week to come, this is what you got. Release. Love is a feeling that sneaks up on you. You don't know that it's got its hold until it's too late. It happens ever so gradually till the fateful day when I lose the person who is worthy of my love. I don't realize that I've fallen in love till I can't get them out of my mind. Interesting that I've changed tenses there. Even though I know that they no longer belong there, it all takes time to forget. And right now, I have to move on, get on with my life, and start to live again as me. So this week to come for you, Marit, is definitely going to be about you doing more things that are around you discovering what actually lights you up, discovering what makes you you, and continuing that deepening process of that. I'm fairly certain that you already do a lot of that anyway. Like you wouldn't be choosing to join the Sophia Code journey if you didn't. Just saying. So I'm actually going to read the blurb that's underneath. Just a few days after really choosing to stay on this earthly plane for a while longer and managing to put pen to paper, this is what flowed out. It would be a while before I would be able to truly look at that time and express what happened in a creative form. The choices made during that 5 to 6 months created huge gaps in my studies, my friendship circle, of which there was nothing left, and my happiness. I moved out of the flat that I was in and back into the halls of residence for the last half of the year and slowly picked myself up as best as I could. As it would turn out, it wasn't the hardest thing I would experience. However, it's certainly first equal with a few moments yet to come. So, as I said, that's it's very interesting. It's like that focus goes from outside to inside. So there's going to be a lot more self-exploration for you this week. Okay. 55 for your son. For your son, beautiful Johannes. Hey, Johannes. I hope you're having a lovely day. You've picked a beautiful poem. Thank you. It's actually one of my favorite ones. Clouds. As the clouds roll by and I lay watching, a type of peace comes over me. I've stopped. My thoughts, my worrying, my troubles. For just a short while, I am me, laying there on the grass, watching the clouds as they roll by. So this is an invitation to you, Johannes, to get out into nature and enjoy some quiet time and just looking at the clouds, looking at the plants, seeing what things are around you and away from the technology. We don't, any of us, do nearly enough of that anymore, and even the kids. So please enjoy connecting back in with nature this week. Thank you for being here and thank you for listening. All right, so there we go. Poetry book done. Happy days. Let's turn that off. Okay. For our meditation tonight, I am going to draw a little inspiration from a few of the different things that have come across in readings and stuff tonight. So I'm looking forward to this one. Let us All right. There's no mistake about the fact we are surrounded by pink tonight. Just realized. That's so funny. All right. Ah, lovely. If he's a nature boy, Johannes, do you still get to see the fae? Do you still see the fairies and the nymphs and the sprites? Because they're pretty special. And when I was young, I used to see them. I used to play with them. And we had great fun. And then some stuff was going on in my family, with the adults in my family. And around the age of 9, 10, somewhere around there, I turned that ability off. And it took me a very, very long time, many years later, before I was able to turn it back on again. I had to have some help. Now I get to see them again, which is really cool. Not with as much clarity sometimes as I think if I'd kept that ability throughout my teenage and adult years. But certainly I'm very happy to have them back. And I asked them to do things like looking after my garden, which I, of course, will be doing again this week. He does, but does not confess to seeing. They do see up until about 8. He's now 18. Hopefully, Johannes, even if you keep it quiet, I hope you do still see them. As adults, we can. It's just whether we allow ourselves. They're cute. And potent and powerful too. Like, I've had moments with the garden fairies where they have literally helped my garden to survive through very, very hot, dry summers. When I've been like a few days and very hot, dry, when I haven't been able to be home to water the garden and things like that. They've done excellent job. So, which reminds me, I have my very first sunflower. Oh my God, I don't know if I can show you guys. I'm going to try. So I planted these seeds like, I don't know, 4 months ago, I suppose. And my, can I show you? Will it allow me? Here we go. Maybe kind of. I can't show you. Oh, it's so frustrating. Oh, there we go. There we go. It's my very, very first sunflower. It's so cute. And I had no idea, but one stalk of a sunflower can produce many flowers. I had no idea. And now I know. So I have, I think, about 5 or 6 plants that are growing. So I'm looking forward to many more popping up, but that was really exciting. That popped through Wednesday, I think. So it's all like, I get excited about that sort of stuff. All right. On that note, let us get into our meditation. Closing your eyes now. We're going to go up to Theta, and we're going to have some nice, gentle time up there. We've already expanded out. Melinda says, love them. I had some a few years ago, but I didn't get a chance this past year to plant my seeds again. I plan to be on top of it for this year. Yes. Excellent. Yeah, they've been a real treat. And it turns out they're not actually that hard to grow. That was the thing that surprised me. I did put them in like little egg cartons and stuff initially, and then I planted those in the ground, and then off they went. So yeah. Right. Closing your eyes now. Imagine that there is a big, beautiful, opalescent light shining into your heart. moving down your body, through your legs, through your feet, down into the center of Mother Earth, curling around the center of Mother Earth and moving all the way back up again, through all the crystalline layers, through your feet, through your legs, through your pelvis, all the way up through your body, through to the crown, out the top of your head, creating a big bubble above your head. Imagine that you're inside that bubble, and now you're floating up higher and higher, beyond the golden light, beyond the rainbow jelly-like clouds, beyond the pink misty clouds. You'll see a big, big opening with bright white opalescent light streaming out it. Move through that opening till you're completely surrounded by the bright white opalescent light. It might feel like you're standing underneath the sun, and the sun's warm rays of unconditional love are shining down all over you. Take a big, deep breath in. And breathing out. Taking another big, deep breath in. And this time as you breathe out, the bubble around you will dissolve. And now as you breathe in, that unconditional love that is all around you moves through every cell and molecule of your body. In this space, you are supported by the unconditional love of Creator, Universe, Sophia, God, whatever you like to call it, as well as the unconditional love of you, your higher self, your oversoul, if you prefer. It's all here for you. Now I'd like you to take a moment to study your heart. Not just the organ, but we can start there. Have a look at the organ of your heart. Is it beating healthily? Is it strong? Is it pumping the blood around your body like really smoothly? We often don't pay attention to our internal organs until something's going wrong with them. Place your hand above your heart or on the heart space. Feel the warmth of your hand as you continue to focus on your heart. And now shift your focus from the physical heart to your energetic heart. What do you perceive there? Do you perceive heavy, dark spots? Do you perceive shrouds? Perhaps you might see chains. Maybe it's more like a web. If you have been in trauma and experienced shock, trauma, or heartache, those things leave a mark, especially if they haven't been healed yet. The grief of shock, trauma, and heartache leaves a mark on your energetic heart. And if it's not healed and it's not released, that shock, trauma, and heartache can grow and be added to. The web is a really good analogy for this, as every little bit of shock, trauma, and heartache that you allow to not be processed, to not be released, adds another string to the web that surrounds your energetic heart, closing you off, disconnecting you, and making you feel like nobody cares. Perhaps you're the one who's the helper for everybody else, but you never receive the help for yourself. And even the thought of somebody else helping you makes you feel incredibly uncomfortable and unsafe. That's a really big sign that you have something like this web of energy over your heart space. Maybe you have been doing the work, and most of this web is gone. And just in case it's not, let's heal. Let's do some healing around this. Now imagine that there is bright white opalescent light swirling around your feet. Now it's going to move up through the body. And as this bright white opalescent light of unconditional love moves through the body, it removes, eliminates, and eradicates all of the things, the energetic markers that have led to the shock, trauma, and heartache which is wrapped around your heart. All the grief, the pain, the frustrations, all the distraction points, anger, rage, fury, hate, sadness. Those first few often are ones that we will push down, push away. We're now taking this moment to allow the unconditional love to gently eliminate and eradicate all of that from your thighs, from your pelvis, from your belly, moving up towards the heart, up through the back in your spine, through your skin, all your internal organs coming up to the heart space. And we're actually going to move that energy around the heart space. We're not going to deal with the heart space just yet. And there's a reason for that. Allowing all the other contributing energies leading to that web of shock, trauma, and heartache around your heart. Getting rid of all the other contributing factors, all those other energies from the upper chest, from your shoulders, from your arms, from your hands and your fingertips, from your throat and your neck, all the ways that you've prevented yourself from speaking your heart, or where you did speak your heart and were shot down, ridiculed, made fun of. Removing, eliminating, and eradicating all those other energy points which created the shock, trauma, and heartache from your jaw, your gums, your teeth, your lips, your tongue, your nose, your eyes, your ears, your forehead, the skull, your scalp, your brain, your subconscious and conscious mind. all the way out to the very tips of your hair. And now our focus returns to the heart space. And the heart is trying its very best to beat consistently and with strength. I'd now like you to imagine that you have compassion oozing out of your fingertips right now. And the reason why we left this part until now is because I wish for you to feel safe enough within you to do this next part of the process. Because you are safe. You are being held by your higher self, by your spirit team, who are all around you right now, and by those who love and care for you, but mostly you. While we pulled that energy, that beautiful bright white light up through your body, that beautiful bright white unconditional love light is you. This whole space is yours, just as mine is mine. And with all the gentleness and compassion you can imagine, very gently and slowly imagine your fingers filled with compassion, empathy, kindness, and love, removing each layer of the web that's around your heart right now. As you touch each layer, it dissolves. The little fragments move up and out of your body. Keep going until there's nothing left around your heart. And you can perceive that your heart is now able to beat freely. And as the blood really moves in and around you, the energy that is flowing along with that blood, the energy of unconditional love. And as the heart beats stronger and stronger and stronger, you can feel and perceive the love, the unconditional love from your heart beaming out of you. And beautiful opalescent and pink light surrounding your entire body, to the top of your head, the tips of your toes and your fingers, and a big, big sphere all around you, down into the earth, up into the sky. You feel your heart being free. You feel your confidence building. You feel empowered and strong, compassionate, and able to receive your true heart's desires. This is now an open invitation for you to tap in. What do you desire for this next 6 months? What things truly do bring you joy and happiness and smiles? And what really, truly makes you feel loved, adored, cherished, and nourished, and nurtured? When we finish with this meditation, you are encouraged to write down all the things that have just popped into your mind right now. And as you write, you will likely come up with more things. Write them down too. The list can be as long as you like. The more often that we write these things down, the easier it is for the universe, your higher self, Creator, Sophia, to bring them into your existence for you to enjoy. Take a big deep breath in now and breathing out. And now we're going to bring you down from theta, through the pink misty clouds, through the rainbow jelly light clouds, all the way back through to your body. And now imagine that you're standing underneath the big, beautiful crystalline waterfall. And the water is flowing over and through your body, just washing any other little fragments of energy away that are required to go. Ready to go now. And now stepping out onto a big warm river rock. You feel the warmth of Mother Earth underneath your feet. And you once again acknowledge the unconditional love that is humming through Mother Earth all day, every day, just for you. Take a big deep breath in and breathing out. Breathing in, bringing Mother Earth energy all the way up. Breathing out, bringing Father Sky energy all the way down. Bringing Mother Earth and the unconditional love all the way up. And as you breathe out, bring Father Sky and the gratitude for everything and everyone all the way down. Beautiful. And when you're ready, open your eyes. That was lovely. So, over this next couple of days, please remember to drink plenty of water. You may even like to place some salt in your water. It'll help with the integration. Enjoy feeling your heart. Enjoy acknowledging your heart's desires. Be kind and gentle this week to come. And another reminder, you are safe. And have the courage to see how beautifully compassionate you are. I adore you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Melinda. And until next time, next week, please get out there, do something tasty for yourself. I really don't mind what it is. Just something beautiful and kind and gentle. And until I see you next time, be bold, be brave, be you, my beautiful friend. Bye-bye for now.